This is the plaintiff, Bertram Wagner. He says he hired the defendant to refinish the wood floors in his apartment. And when the guy was leaving, he spilled some polyurethane on the floors outside the elevator. His co-op board is now holding him liable for paying the $2,316.20 in repairs. And he thinks it's the defendant's fault, so the shellacker should pay. This is the defendant, James. He says the co-op board president went bonkers when he discovered he was refinishing the plaintiff's floors on a Saturday, which evidently is not allowed. Next thing he knows, the president made a claim that he spilled chemicals on 3 tiles in front of the elevator. He did no such thing and isn't paying anybody anything. He's accused of being sloppy.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Seat it. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Bertram Wagner?
Yes,
You
Judge.
are suing the defendant's flooring company. You've asked us not to mention the name of the flooring company, and we'll respect that, or to use your last name, so we'll just refer to you as James. You're suing James for $2,316.20 in the cost of floor repair as well as attorney's fees that your condo board assessed against you for damage you say he did. What happened?
Your Honor, on November 2010, I hired the defendant to refinish the floors in my apartment. He did the job over a period of 3 days. On Saturday, he worked to finish the job, but the fumes were so intense that the condo board president smelled it and came to the apartment and scolded him for working on Saturday. And
He's not supposed to work on a Saturday?
No. So he did his work. And
Did you make it your business to tell him not to come in on a Saturday? No.
No.
Okay, so go on.
So he did his work on Saturday, and he did a very nice job. But because the fumes were so intense, the condo board who lives in the building smelled the intense fumes from the floor, the polyurethane, that he yelled at him for working on Saturday and causing the intense smell. At that point, he had just finished his job, and he went to leave the building on the 5th floor. They had a 10 by 10 area of linoleum they had replaced about a year ago, and he spilled carelessly some of his polyurethane on the floor. He spilled carelessly some of his polyurethane on the floor as he exited the building onto the elevator to go downstairs.
Okay, how bad was it?
I have pictures to show you, Your Honor.
Let me see what you've got. Hand it to Douglas, please. Who is the lady who's next to you?
That's my daughter.
Okay. What happened?
Well, we have a mutual friend who's a contractor, and I've done several jobs for Mr. Wagner. And this contractor friend called me and says, "Oh, Bert's got another job for you." I said, "Okay, where is it?" "It's in a co-op building." I says, "Well, make sure he finds out first if there's any restrictions on the chemicals we're allowed to use. Because the petroleum-based products work a lot better. If you want to do a really nice job, you really want to put the petroleum products down, but they do give off vapors. The water-based products don't give off any vapors. I had done a job for him in his Manhattan apartment, and we had to use the water base. So he owns properties. He knows what the game is. He knows that you got to check this stuff out. So I got a call back from the contractor. "Oh, Bert looked into it. No problem. No restrictions on chemicals." Okay, great. We're both kind of getting hosed here. What happened was he made a phone call. He didn't really look into it that deeply. It was an innocent, kind of honest mistake. And somebody just said, "Oh, yeah, use whatever you want." He just went ahead with it.
I don't think anybody's mad at the product. Well, I guess it's stunk up the
spilled it
joint.
on-
Excuse me, everybody. Did I breathe and give everyone the impression I was done with my sentence? Wow. It's like dinner at my household. Okay. I think the displeasure is not with whether you used the smelly chemical or didn't. That's just how they caught you. The displeasure was that it was going on a Saturday, but more than that, that there was spillage and that now they have to redo that floor. That's what their displeasure. Now, at that instant, that the president actually hijacked you, like actually stopped you while you were working because you sort of got caught red-handed working on a Saturday.
I was done. The job was done. I was leaving.
Right.
So then now all of a sudden this president shows up and he's got blood shooting out of his eyes.
Okay.
He's yelling and screaming, and he didn't even give me the dignity and respect to even just have a conversation with me. It wasn't going 2 ways. It was going 1 way.
What was he saying?
Is this family TV?
You can do it. Go ahead.
It was on and on. Oh, this is an outrage. I can't believe you're doing this. He should have known better. It's a $500 fine. It's in the bylaws. They kept going on about the $500. It is. It's written into his bylaws. It's like a $500 fine if you create a major nuisance in the building. Okay, maybe they're entitled to that. That's between him and the building, and he
that's
paid
not
that.
your problem. He's
okay.
not suing.
That wasn't enough for this guy. He wanted more. He looks at me and goes, I'm going to see what I can do about getting you in trouble. See, it wasn't enough. The $500, he was like, I could see him. I wish there was some other clause in there we could have got more. So I'm walking with this guy down the hallway, 300 feet down the hallway.
Do you have cans in your hand? While you're walking?
Yeah, I got at that point, I'm back for just the odds and ends, a broom, a radio, backpack.
Do you have cans in your hand?
I had a can of paint then.
But wasn't it already...
It's all sealed. When you're done working, you seal everything up. There's no contractor
How did this happen then? Because I'm looking at the pictures.
Well, we'll get to that. No contractor
Can we get
walks
to that?
around.
Because that's sort of what the lawsuit's about.
No contractor walks around spilling. Painters, any guys working with this, when you're done, you might spill in your work area, but when you're done, you seal everything up, and that's it. You can't. Nobody spills anything. The product is.
Nobody spills anything?
Not
because I'm here to testify. People spill things.
Not when you're walking away from the job at that point. The product is so expensive. You have to be so cheap about that. That's in my business. That's your whole expense. The polyurethane's everything. It's 90% of your cost. I parse out I clean every drop out of the brush. It's all. You don't miss them. You don't miss a trick. You're not walking around spilling polyurethane. It's ridiculous. So all of a sudden we walk down to the elevator. He's just out of I'm following him. He's yelling and screaming, and he just kept walking. All right, got in the elevator and left. So he came up with a way. When that little I'm going to get you, he figured out a way. Suddenly there's something on the floor. Okay, somebody spilled something. We don't know who did it. There's no evidence. There's no video evidence. There's no witnesses. There's nothing. We got one psychopath who's got a phonied up statement that can be.
He says he saw you do it and he brought it to your attention.
Let's look at that.
Okay.
Regarding your contractor's denial of causing the damage, please be aware that the board president was present at the time and was talking to your contractor while his cans of chemicals dripped onto the floor. He wasn't really talking. He was talking. This wasn't a conversation. We weren't standing there talking to each other. But he was walking away yelling, and I was just kind of trying to, get it.
I'm going to get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
Exactly right. The contractor then left abruptly, and the building staff was immediately called down to clean.
No, you skipped the part where he saw you spill it. Read that part.
No, it says.
Yeah, go back up.
Was present at the time, was talking to the contractor while his cans of chemicals dripped onto the floor. Now, he's giving us this nice detailed description of what happened. Mm-hmm. Nowhere does it say, I tried to stop him, I talked to him, hey, you're spilling. No, none of that. See, he couldn't really say it because it didn't happen. This is all fabrication. Okay. So he's trying to make it sound like I was talking to this guy.
Was this staying there before? What, you don't live there, right?
I happened to go to the apartment prior to the work being done because I have a new tenant there, and I saw everything was perfect.
Okay, and then
when I came back later on after this incident, I took pictures, and that's how you see it right now.
Okay, and now you fought this, right?
I put 5 months with the insurance company, with the board, and I gave up because there was a lot of harassment.
Okay.
From the lawyer from them.
In your letters to the board, you're saying, come on, it's not that big a deal. You can barely see it.
I tried to save everybody, but they said, no, it's a bad thing, and I have to pay the money, so I did.
In fact, you said to them, come on, there's other floors that have worse discoloration than this.
Exactly, and because they said the proprietary lease would be in jeopardy, and I'd be evicted myself, I paid the money and got out.
You can't win that war. You can't win that war. But what am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to look at? Nah, you got your 15 minutes of fame. I want to know, what am I supposed to do with this?
That ties it all together.
Okay.
The contractor then left abruptly, and building staff, this is where he hangs himself. Building staff was immediately called to clean the area, but the damage was already done and could not be adequately corrected. Urethane takes hours to dry. If they had waited 20 minutes, you could have come up there with a rag with a little lacquer around, wiped it right up. You look at those pictures.
Did the guy yell at you and say, you spilled it,
Nothing. Okay. No, there was no conversation. Okay? It's all made up nonsense.
Yes, Your Honor. Did you ever speak to the actual president?
I spoke to the property manager for the property, and I went there several times taking pictures and speaking to my tenant, and I asked him several times, please go there and see yourself what is involved. He refused to go there and see anybody about the damage. He didn't take any positive action at all. He just complains now, that's it.
No, it's not quite.
He's guilty.
According to them, it couldn't be repaired. Why? It had to be. They had to replace that whole section
They have
because
to
of the
because it would not
color
match. Would not match.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Is this a defense? The guy saying, well, you shouldn't have had me come on a Saturday because the rules are you can't.
No, not at all. It's not a good defense.
I mean, does it matter what day he comes over if the guy screwed up the floors?
No, it sounds like it was a deal that the owner of the condo and the guy he hired made between themselves, regardless of what the rules were.
You know what? I'm going to tell the audience who I think you look like, and then I'm going to ask you. Smokey Robinson. Who do people say you look like?
Tony Dorsett.
I said Smokey Robinson. Oh, going inside the courtroom.
Okay. Why are you suing him for attorney's fees?
Because we harassed. I was harassed for 5 months, and I didn't pay the bill. So they had their lawyer writing me letters, and they charged me for his services.
Right, I understand, but why does he have to pay that?
Because he didn't pay the money to me. He didn't pay the money to me.
Okay, but why would he have to pay attorney's fees that you agreed to pay?
If he had paid,
You gotta wait.
that you agreed to pay in your special agreement with the condo board by virtue of you buying a unit there. That is something that happened between you and your condo board. It's an agreement to pay attorney's fees when you lose. And why does he have to pay that?
because he procrastinated for 5 months and doing nothing, and caused
What was he telling you during the course of those 5 months?
He was
when you called?
innocent. He was innocent.
You ended up getting fined, right?
I got fined for working on Saturday, causing the window to be open, causing draft in the hallway, what have you.
How much did you have to pay?
$500.
Okay. All right, James. Based on the evidence that I'm looking at, I find that you're responsible for the floor, not the attorney's fees. And I find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $1,916.20. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
Well, here comes the polyurethane guy out of here on the losing end of this case. He didn't get everything he sued for, but you lose.
What can I say?
Say something.
It was, you can't prove something without, in the day of video. It seems like you got to walk around with your video camera. Everything I described was exactly the way it happened.
Not a bad idea.
We ran into a tyrant. I mean, they exist out there. It's hard to believe, but they do exist.
Oh, on these boards?
Yeah,
these
this guy,
presidents'
it was
buildings?
insane. It was
Really?
insane. It was completely insane. I mean, he wanted blood. He wanted to murder me that day. And he found a way. And they have, this poor guy got hosed. They screwed him for $1,900 and he had no recourse. They said, don't pay us, we'll just foreclose on your unit. So what was he gonna do? He was up against it, and then if he could have countersued them and probably won. And I would have been a star witness. But then what's he gonna do? Now he's gotta face them. The next day, it's a little kingdom, it's a fiefdom, and they got him by the short hairs. It was a bad deal for him. I felt bad for the guy.
Okay, right around this way, okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right, sir, so come on in here.
Yes, sir.
Are you satisfied with what you got out of this case, sir?
I'm
like he says,
satisfied.
are you stuck between a rock and a hard place, like he says at this building, where if you try to take action against them, they kick you out?
You have to. That's right. You have to pay their lawyers, else you get fined and kicked out. Right.
Oh wow, yeah. So you get to suit a little guy.
That's it.
Oh, Harvey.
So the defendant saying the only way to protect himself is to walk around with a video camera. That's not true. The best way of doing it is to get the customer to sign off before the defendant leaves, saying that there's no damage. That would protect the defendant. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.